All right, what is up, guys? New episode. We're going to be doing something new on the YouTube channel. This is going to be the first part of the series on where we're going to try to run a 10-second quarter mile in this Corvette, so I'm going to tell you all about it. All right, guys, so we know, based off my Dragy data and my time slips, that I have ran multiple 1140s in this car at 127 and 128, and on a single hero run, I have run 1127 at, I think it was 129.9. That was on the Dragy, so I'm sure that mile per hour is a little high. But our whole goal with this series is to run a 1090. You know, I don't expect to run 1080s, but a 10.9 something, and not really dump any more money into this car. So from the time slips I just posted, you can see that my 60 foot is absolutely awful. 198 I think is the best out of those two there, and that is due to running this street tire that has a super stiff sidewall and having a stock converter and a stock rear gear in this car. I know that I could put a converter and a set of gears in this and run probably like 1060s, honestly, but I also don't have $3,000 to spend, so we're not gonna go that route. So now that we've preferenced all that, I am going to go through the things real quick on how I plan to run a 10-second quarter mile. So first things first, this thing is going to need some sort of radial tire. My friend Derek does have a set of used Mickey Thompson ET Streets. They're a 285/35/19, so they are the same size as these current tires that we have. It is pretty uncommon to have a Mickey Thompson ET Street with a sidewall that would be similarly as short as this. I do think it's going to help it hook up some, and it will have some give due to having the soft sidewall compound, but I don't know how much I can actually cut off my 60 foot. My goal would be to cut a 1.85, anywhere in the mid 1.8 60 foot would be great, as that would take over 1.5 to 2/10 off my quarter mile time just from the 60 foot alone. The second thing that I do plan to do to this car is to pull anywhere between 70 and 100 pounds out of it. I do want to keep most of the interior, as it is a street car that I do drive quite often, and I feel that it is kind of nonsense to gut a car just to run an ET, but I do plan on pulling the passenger seat out of it, barring a lightweight battery thrown in it. I'll pull the windshield wiper tank out of it. I'll take everything out of the trunk, stuff like that to get me in excess, you know, maybe 60 pounds out. I do think if I'm able to pull relatively close to 100 pounds out of the car, obviously not in rotating weight, because putting on Mickey Thompson ET Streets, they're probably gonna weigh almost the same as those tires. So I do think the rotational weight will be similar, but anywhere close to 100 pounds should take almost 1/10 of a second off my quarter mile. The last thing that I do plan to do is to source some Ignite E85 out of a barrel from a friend. I'm gonna buy some fuel off him, instead of just getting pump ethanol that we have that tests anywhere between E50 and E65. It will give me a little bit more. I mean, you're really nickel and diamond at that point. I'm probably picking up anywhere between 3 and 7 horsepower, but for what we're going for, we will definitely need it. All right, now that I've kind of went through my plans with you guys, I think we should run to town real quick and go ahead and get the car weighed as it sets. A little cold start action. All right, guys, so moment of truth, it's counting. 3460, that is with me in it. Full tank of fuel, nothing's taken out of it. I mean, there's nothing really that much in it. There's a little bit in the trunk, but that's it, 3460. So, see if we can get her on a diet. All right, guys, so now that we're back, you see what the car weighs. It weighs 3460 with me in it. So it probably weighs about 3,300, 3,290 without me in it. That is with a full tank of 93 octane. So if we were at half a tank, give or take, that's eight gallons of fuel at 6 pounds per gallon. So you'd save about 50 more pounds. That's without gutting anything. So I do think it's pretty realistic to get this thing down to 3,200 pounds without me in it. And that would be a great start. All right, I know this video was a lot of more just informational than any form of action, but I kind of wanted to go through all my planning and all my process with you guys so you guys kind of understand and you don't just, you know, watch me go to the drag strip and run 1080s, and I had a 75 shot of nitrous under the hood, and I don't tell you, because this is pretty realistic. I don't want to spend way too much money on this car. So I'm gonna kind of do this step by step, and hopefully it works out really good and we're able to run a 1090. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe. Comment below what else you think we should do, and peace out. We'll see you in the next one.